Hello there, you're welcome to Sir Henry's class, a channel where we make learning so easy and absorbable. If this is your first time of coming across any of our videos, please like, share, and subscribe. Now let us look at the final preparation for BECE 2026. We've all been calling for BECE 2026, BECE 2026. It is finally coming. So we are looking at the last preparation. So our focus much will be placed on the structure of the subject, the weighting and scheme. We'll do for all the core subjects, but for now, let's look at the English language. So English language is one of the major subjects that is written during BECE, and English language is a subject that is very fundamental. When I say it's fundamental, it can be found across all the subjects, all right? All the subjects. So English is used in all the subjects. So it is very, very fundamental and also very important and technical as well. So the structure and scheme of the exams. Now the exams will be written in two papers, all right? So we have paper 1 and then paper 2, and both of which will be taken at a sitting. So after you are done with the paper 2 will be first, and then you can also take the paper 1, which is the objectives. So paper 1, which is the objective, shall be taken comprising a test of 2 parts. So when you take the objective, it has been subdivided, or it has been categorized into 2. That is grammar, usage, and oral language. Grammar, usage, and oral language. So grammar usage consists of 35 questions, whilst the oral language component will also have just 5 questions. All right, good. So in all, 40 objective questions in 50 minutes to be answered, and you are going to attract 40 marks for that. So put in your mind that the section A, which is the objective, has 35 questions from the grammar side and then 5 questions from the oral language component. So if you are still working on your grammar, please, it's very important, you must take into consideration the tenses, the subject verb agreement, the adverbs, the synonym, the antonym. Take very note of them. And then the oral, this is where sounds will be used most often. So words will be written and you'll be asked to produce or to identify the vowel sound and the consonant sound. So if you still have challenges with them, you can put something in the comment section, and then I will do something to assist you. I'll take you through some little lessons on it. Alright, so paper 2 happens to be the essay, the most sensitive part of the exams, which contains 60 marks. All right, so this paper will have 3 parts. Part A will be the writing, part B will be reading, in other words, comprehension and summarizing. So now WAEC has introduced summary writing in JHS. This used to be done formally in the SHS, but now it has been integrated into the new Common Core program curriculum. So in the reading comprehension, you will also find what summary, and we have part C, which happens to be the literature that is coming from the core group. So there will be 3 questions in part A. So part A, and candidate to be expected to answer 1. So part A, candidate will be expected to answer just 1 over there. That is where in part B you find the essay. So you choose just 1 passage or 1 essay, and then you write on it. You choose just 1 essay and then you write on it. And then the part C also comprises of literature, 10 questions, and then you have to answer. So paper 2 will only last for 1 hour 10 minutes. 1 hour 10 minutes. 1 hour 10 minutes. All right. So this carries 60 marks together with the section A, which is 40, and that gives you 100. So the picture you see here is an excerpt of 2025 BECE. So you can try your hands on them and then send me a copy of your answers in the comment section. I'll be very happy to see that. Right, so just try your hands, any random question, just try your hands on it to see how far you've gone as far as BECE is concerned. Very important. All right, so let's continue. This is the literature aspect of it. Now let us look at the weighting. When we say weighting, the scores, how scores are allocated. So I told you that paper 1 happens to be the objectives, where we have 35 questions from grammar usage, and then we have 5 questions from oral literature or oral language, and here we have 40 marks. And then when you go to the essay, we have comprehension and summarizing together with writing and literature, all also taking 60. So in total you have 100 marks. So these are sample questions and how they will be presented in your BECE 2026. So this is the grammar section. So here they are asked to what, from the letters A to D, you have to choose the one which most suitably complete each sentence. She must be here by now. So you complete the missing spaces with the appropriate words that we have. And then in section B, you are to find the nearest meaning to the underlying word. So I want you to try your hands on all this, and then you can send me copy or excerpt of it in the notification box. And then the next part of this grammar usage, here you are given a short passage or something that is short, and here you explain the group of underlying words. So here it talks about what, idioms. So you find questions on idioms. Nearly opposite in meaning is also here. So take note of these areas because you'll be meeting them in your exams. So this is one also an important aspect of the English language objective part that WAEC has introduced. So we have the section E, where you are going to fill some areas with some options or words that are grouped down here. So I want you to try your hands on all this, and then you send me copy of what you had in the notification box. So this is the oral language section F, which I was talking about, that here you'll be doing vowel sound and consonant sound. So if you need assistance on it, just hit me up in the notification, and then I would take you through it. So the next, let us look at the part A, which is writing, and it carries 30 marks. So here you'll be given an essay, about 3 of them.